Hey everybody, so today I'm coming to you guys. I know it's been a little bit with my false goddess locks fail. Um yeah, so basically I've had these in for about 3 weeks. I'm actually going to take them out tonight. That's why I'm making this video, because I kept trying to make one and I didn't like any of the videos that I was making. So I decided to do this one really fast before I take them out and then you guys don't even know they existed. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the false goddess locks. Megan Good has them. Who's the other girl? Tyra has them as well, and they're really popular as of right now. Mine did not look like theirs, obviously. Mine looked more like Lisa Bonnet's hair, the girl that used to play on The Cosby Show, and she also played on A Different World. It looked like her dreads, but yeah. So what I did is I had 3 different types of hair. So this is like a sort of close-up. I had 3 different types of hair in here, which is what you need. And I used a little bit of blonde, because I wanted some color. So the first type of hair I had was a spiral type. This one I had 2 kind of types of hair, because this one I had the one that had a little bit of blonde in there. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it against my skin tone. A little bit of blonde. And then I had ones that were just like, I think it was color, I think it was 4, so it was like brown. But the one with the blonde had black, but you couldn't really tell, so it didn't matter. And then I had these more like wavy ones. So I had those 2 different types, and then I had the hair that you twisted. I do not have any more of the twisting hair. I'm going to put links in the description for all of them, but I don't have any more of the hair that I twisted it with. So basically what you do, and no, this isn't a demo just because I'm taking them out, so sorry guys. So normally what you would do is you take your hair and take whatever the spiral or whatever hair you chose to show at the bottom and to go underneath, you would twist it or braid it into your hair, just like you would a normal, maybe Senegalese twist or box braids, whatever. All the way down to whatever point that you want. You can stop, you can keep twisting. Some of mine still are twisted, some of them are free. But, and then you take some people use Marley hair, some people use like the Afro kinky hair, and you twist it from the top and go all the way down. My suggestion for this is definitely make sure the hair is kind of fanned out so it covers all the spots. And make sure you're moving your hand down the hair, because if not, it's going to bunch and it's going to be a hot mess when you get to like here and you have all this hair left that you still need to cover, and you're like, wait a second, that piece was like twice the length of this hair, because half of this like bunched. So as you can tell, like this part up here is thicker just because that's where my hair was, and then it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. This is like one of my more favorited pieces because I think I did a good job with it. But this is what I'm talking about with the gold in it. And I know I'm talking like a million miles per minute. So if you see this whole section, this is with nail glue. So one other thing is some people like to use lighters, and a lot of people, when I looked it up on how to do it, were using the nail glue. The nail glue will leave, like literally will leave your finger like just coated with glue, and you have to pick it off. It won't come off with hot water. It's like, it was kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie, but like just like peeling it off. But I know that makes me sound like super weird, but it was just really annoying. Like, it was really annoying, and it was a really weird feeling. So I do not regret that being over. And I don't regret using the nail glue. I prefer it to the lighter just because I think it's going to give it a nice cleaner look. And except for some of them, you can see the nail glue, like it dried white, even though it does dry clear. It doesn't come out like nice and smooth all the time. Sometimes you like, it's kind of hard. You can't like squeeze the bottle. It's like, it's kind of just gonna come out when it wants. So I used about 3 bottles of nail glue just because I think even though there's 2 right here, this one's empty. This one has about like half left. And the first one I think had leaked when I bought it. So I had to end up buying a second one and then a third one. So I mean, it is what it is. They're only 99 cents. Each of these hair packs cost me $5. So I spent about $40 on the hair. I spent way too much money because I was looking at what these other girls had used, the amount of hair packs these girls had used, and oh my gosh, I needed way less. I still have 2 full packs of hair and like 2 half packs. So this is the type of hair that I used. See, this one's not even open. This is in color 4, and it's a brown, lightish brown, and, well, not light brown, but like a dark brown, but you can, I don't know how to describe it. Spiral deep curl, so I did the glance braid, so yeah, this is it. This pack's not even open. Then I had to open this one because I redid some braids. It's by the, all of these are by the same brand, but this is the other one. I think this is the Brazilian, Brazilian something. I don't have a trash can around that had it in there. Brazilian something. I'm not sure what this was. Brazilian wave, I think, maybe. Yeah, and this is also in color 4. And this is, I use maybe 3 strands of hair out of this, and that this entire pack is full. And then I have these two, which are have some blonde in there, I believe. Yeah, this one has blonde, and this one's actually brown. So I was mixing it up. So I don't have any more of the wrapping hair, though. If I wanted to redo my hair, I would just need that amount. And I would just need 1 pack of the wrapping hair because I redid these so many times. It took me 2 days to do these just because I have never done anything with my hair besides box braids. And it was the first time I'd ever done my hair. Normally, if I was going to get something done, it would be someone doing it for me. But this time, I felt this left a lot of room for error because, you know, dreads can look kind of messy and be okay. And I thought it left a lot of room for error. So if your twist isn't the greatest, it's okay, because the wrap that goes over it will cover it. But just make sure your wrap looks pretty decent. Yeah, it does take a while, not gonna lie. It takes a while. Even, yeah, it took me 2 days, but when I was looking at other people doing it, it was taking them a while. So, I'll show you guys some messed up ones. So one thing I've noticed is that it starts to bunch at the bottom. Like you shouldn't be able to, well, I mean, you shouldn't do this, but like I'm moving back and forth on the hair. One of mine, this is the reason I'm taking these out. One of them is like completely, like not even at the top of my hair anymore. It's like fallen. I left a few in. Some of them came out really, really nicely and just kind of, like you can tell that this one came out like super nice and just kind of flowed into it. But you can see like what I mean by bunching. So this is not supposed to happen. It's thin and then like thick at the bottom. It's because the hair, like I shouldn't be able to move the hair up like that. But right now it's all bunched at the bottom. Like it's not supposed to be like that. And I have one piece that I cannot find for the life of me right now that it completely, I know it's on this side. Oh no, it's on this side now. It is completely at the bottom. So the wrapped hair is completely at the bottom. This is not supposed to be here. This right here is the twisted hair. And sorry my camera's moving, it's on my bed. This is the twisted hair, if you can see that. And then this is the wrapped hair. So this is the sign that I was like, it's time to take these out. So, it wasn't too bad. I didn't do the best with the top. My mom did my parts for me. She just did like a cross so that I can, because I can't see the back of my head and I'm not too great with that whole thing yet. So I wanted to at least have my parts looking okay. Would I do this again? Definitely. I definitely plan to. I have so much extra hair. But right now I'm like itching to get my hair back so I can wash it and all that stuff, and I have a wedding to go to, so I don't want to wear these to the wedding because they're kind of old now. That's another thing. Braids I feel you can keep in a longer time. These, they start to fray. If you can see what I mean. They're like fraying. They're not how I started off them, but like this is started them off. Like this is another example. You can obviously tell that this one is super frayed and it's all bunched at the bottom. It's not supposed to be like that. So, I mean, from a distance, yeah, it looks great. Like nothing's really an issue. But for my own sanity, it's not. It's time to take them out. I had to be really careful. I was afraid that the wrapped hair that's not wrapped well enough around the twisted hair, it does, like I said, it does frizz. I was, taking my scissors and like going across and not across, but like going down the hair to clean it up a bit. But I mean, if I'm working out and I'm outside or my hair's behind me and I'm sitting, like it's brushing up against the back and it's just going to keep frizzing because it's not, woven into anything. It's just kind of there and wrapped. So that's one thing that I will say is kind of a con. I don't think that you can keep these in very long just because they're so fragile. But they are super light. I think they're a great style for summer. A lot lighter than braids. Like when I finished this is another thing. Because it frizzes, like it's like on, this has happened so many times. On my bracelets, on my rings, like I know I probably shouldn't have my hand in it the entire time, but whatever. But yeah, so all of this is not necessarily new growth because I did not do them very tight. Sorry, that was a really ugly face. I did not do them very tight, but yeah, but I think, for my first time, it wasn't awful, and I will definitely do them again. I've redone a lot of them, and I actually got quite a few compliments, but even if I didn't get any compliments, I liked it, so I was like, I don't even care. I'm going to post some pictures at the end of what they looked like in a bun and what they looked like when I first started, when I first did them. Disregard when I first did them, I was going to go pick up my sister, and I like Snapchatted my friend